Alright everybody, welcome back to another super exciting video in Marvel Snap, and we are going to talk about a deck that can absolutely carry you to the finishing line. Honestly, this deck is really good. It's also very fun to play because it is very versatile. You can do many things with it, and that is usually the best deck, or the best decks are the decks in Marvel Snap where you can really do different plays, even if there's like a key card not running in, because you know, sometimes you have these decks where you're just really dependent on one card. For example, a Hela deck, you really need to get her, but if you discard her, she's gone, and then you might actually have to retreat. And in this case, we have a deck that is very versatile. There's a few, I'm gonna show you three different versions of that deck. There's also upgradable versions of that deck as well. It's just because I don't have some of those cards, so I'm just trying to build around it, but I am in almost rank 60, already got there. I deranked a little bit because I was trying a few other decks out for you guys, so if you really enjoy these videos, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Alright, let's get cracking. Let's talk about it. So, in this video, we're gonna be talking about the Negative Surfer. We're gonna talk about Negative Jane. You know, this is really interesting. This is a really interesting deck. The Negative Jane deck is also gonna go into the Surfer because, let's first of all look at the Negative Jane, to be honest. Let's just look at it. This is what it looks like as of now. You can change these things up, but I just happen to find that this is really absolutely smashing strong. It's a really strong deck. And yeah, you can do a few upgrades here and there, and you can bring in some other cards here and there. For example, if you don't have Psylocke, because Psylocke is a card that you kind of need for Mr. Negative, but you can also play this deck without if you have, for example, Magic. Magic is actually going to give you another round. I'm going to show you the card right there, which is this one. If you have Magic, you can play this on turn 6. You can only play this on turn 5, which is absolutely fine because your not the Silver Surfer, the Negative, Mr. Negative is actually a +4 card, so it's pretty simple to combine these two. You're gonna gain another, you're gonna gain another round, which is gonna be the round 7, and this is where you can then play it. So let's talk about this deck. We have Sunspot in here just because you might be skipping through a few rounds, and that's when Sunspot is gonna gain some energy. Really good, really strong. We also have an Angela in here, which is I don't know, is Angela pool 1 or pool 2? I think it's pool 1, I think. I'm not really entirely sure, but I think it's pool 1. Angela is a really strong card that you can still use in your late to end game, builds. Really strong card, so I included her as well. Of course, we have Psylocke in here, so we can combine and synergize that with Mr. Negative, so you can actually draw him already in round 3. Like I said, if you don't have Psylocke, you can throw in Magic in there and just get yourself a little bit more of playtime and another round for you to, just win in this. We have Ironheart in it because Mr. Negative is going to flip these attributes, so it's going to cost you 0, and it's going to have 3 power, and it's also going to give 3 other friendly cards +2 power. So initially we have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so it's a really strong card, and you're going to get it for free, so that's really nice. Of course, Thor is not really going to benefit from that ability switch, but if you can play him on turn 3 before, Mr. Negative, that would be great, because later on with Jane, you can actually get your Mjolnir back in your hand and make it easily a +10 card. We also have Mr. Negative that we obviously need. It's going to swap the power and the cost of all cards in your deck, so that's really interesting. We have Jubilee. I always play her if I don't draw Mr. Negative before, and I just hope this is just another way of me trying to get to Mr. Negative. And we also have a lot of high-powered cards, so sometimes you might be able to draw a Ronan or a Jane Foster or something like that, which again synergizes very well with Thor, so that would be great. We also have an Iron Man in here, which is probably the best card that you can get once Mr. Negative has been upgraded, because Iron Man will then swap its attribute to a 0 to a free card, but it's gonna have +5 in damage, and it's also gonna double that power, so it's a easy free basically +10 card in your hand as well. You can throw down Taskmaster after it as well, because again, they're gonna have the swapped attributes, very strong, and set this card's power equal to the power of the last card you played. So that's very strong as well. You can synergize these two, you can throw those on the board, and then play even another very strong card, which maybe even Arnim Zola. Arnim Zola, again, very strong. Gonna switch the attributes here again, destroy a random friendly card here, and add copies of it to other locations. potions, so that's very nice. Ronan, if you see somebody's playing, for example, like a deck where they are all going to stash up their cards, you know, you're gonna get a +2 power for each card in your opponent's hand. So Ronan can be and get really big as well. You can synergize that with Arnim Zola, for example, and destroy him on one location and then let him pop up on 2 other ones. Could be very strong play. And then we have Jane Foster, of course. This is the card that doesn't really, you know, get anything out of Mr. Negative. Kind of like you're blocking her out, because when they switch the attributes, you see it's gonna cost you 8 power and only 5. So that card is kind of becoming a little bit useless once Mr. Negative has been played. Of course, if you are lucky, you could draw her with Jubilee. And that is the Negative Jane deck. It's a really, really interesting deck. Yeah, all built around Mr. Negative. I have another 2 decks that I'm going to show you, which is the Negative Surfer version 2. I always have strange names. For my decks. So this one's kind of a little bit different. This one is the most versatile one that I could find right now and that I've kind of built around. This is a really good deck, especially because you have Rogue in it. Basically, what the plan is, you're gonna get a few +3 cards in here that cost 3 energy, like Ironheart, Morph, Rogue, Thor, and then you could potentially buff it with the Silver Surfer. Yeah, just really strong, in general. If things are not working out, of course, if they are working out, you're gonna throw in the Mr. Negative here, possibly on turn 3 if you're lucky with Psylocke, or not. Turn 3, turn 4, depends. And then you can basically play a free Morph, which you should always play in turn 5, I would assume, because that's when most of their cards are gonna be out of the hand, and they only have the 6 cost cards in it. So he's going to morph into a stronger card instead of just playing him on, I don't know, turn 3 maybe. So turn 5 is a really good turn for Morph. Ironheart is gonna be free. This one's gonna be free. The Silver Surfer is gonna be free. We have Rogue in there, which is going to only cost 1, which is also very strong. And then, of course, we have Arnim Zola and Iron Man again. This deck just opens up a lot of things. For example, you know, sometimes you have Wong decks, and I seem to have a lot of trouble playing against a Wong deck, and Rogue is just a perfect card for this. It doesn't matter if it's Kazaa, if it's Blue Marvel, if it's Iron Man, if it's Wong. Rogue is an absolute crazy card of a thief. Really, it absolutely is, because on reveal, she's going to steal an ongoing ability from a random enemy card at this location. So if somebody plays a Wong, you know, you could basically steal that ongoing effect from Wong, right? She's gonna steal it. He's not gonna have it anymore. It's gonna go onto your deck, and then you can literally for free play a Silver Surfer, for example, and buff them twice, because he's going to be free as well. You can play an Ironheart on there, which is going to, you know, be used twice. You could throw down, I don't know, just so many different possibilities that you have with this build is absolutely crazy. And even if you don't draw Mr. Negative, you know, you still have possibilities, for example, to play a big devil dinosaur in rounds 5 and then copy him down with Arnim Zola, for example, and it's going to move to different locations and copies it. You can do so many different things. It's absolutely crazy. And if you have the perfect case scenario, you're gonna get Psylocke, you're gonna play Negative on 3, and then you're gonna play Jane Foster, because Jane Foster is gonna draw all cards that cost 0 from your deck, which means if you've played maybe a Thor as well or something like that, because he's gonna drop in with Mjolnir, which is gonna give Thor +6. With this card, you're going to instantly get Ironheart, you're gonna get Morph, you're gonna get Silver Surfer, you're gonna get Arnim Zola, you're gonna get so much stuff. You're gonna get Angela, and you can get all of these cards with this deck by playing Jane Foster, man. This is just really, because I don't know if you can see it or if you can picture it yet. If you're more in the lower tiers and the lower ranks, you might not need or might not see how game changing this deck actually really is. It's a really strong deck. Of course, you know, it's one of those decks where you can actually collect a few losses as well if you don't draw Negative on the right turn, or if you do not have Psylocke and you have to exchange her for magic. And if you don't have either of those cards, I don't necessarily recommend this deck at all, because, you know, always drawing Mr. Negative on turn 4, you only have 2 draws left. You can still probably make him work. I might do a video on that without Psylocke and without Devil Dinosaur, but I was literally just waiting until I get either of those cards. But now I have both because I drew Psylocke yesterday, so that is good. Alright, and then we have another negative Surfer deck, which looks something like this, which is also very interesting. We're gonna have Ant-Man and Angela in here. Again, strong combination. Ant-Man and Angela is always really good. Ant-Man is gonna turn out to be a +4 card. Angela is gonna turn out to be a 2, 4, 6 card, I think, or 8. I'm not really sure. I think it's 6. And then just pair these together. It's just a strong combination. Of course, Psylocke again. I'm gonna have Psylocke in there instead of Magic. Again, you could change those. You could swap those out. And then I have the Silver Surfer, and of course Silver Surfer is going to buff the +3 cards, which is in this case Bishop, Rogue, Wolfsbane, Brood, Mr. Fantastic, right? You have these, and then we have Mr. Negative to swap these around, which means Wolfsbane is going to cost 1, Brood is going to cost 2, Mr. Fantastic is going to cost 2, and that's already 5 energy, which means I could still play a Rogue, or maybe even a Bishop from the get-go, or you know, whatever. We might actually already get Iron Man then as well. We also have Sarah. This is how this deck is a little bit crazier, because Sarah is also going to reduce the card costs in your deck, or actually in your hand. So really strong, really strong. You could basically make those all free. Every single card that is a +1, like Ant-Man, like Bishop, like Rogue, like Wolfsbane, they're all becoming free cards if you play Sarah. And even if you don't play Sarah, Mr. Negative is still gonna make them very cheap, and you can do some crazy plays with this as well. Alright, these are the 3 decks. I hope you enjoy those. I hope that you will try these out, because they are really strong. You can trust me on that. Tell me in the comment section what you think of these decks. I would highly appreciate it. Now let's get to some games. Alright, let's see what is poppin'. I'm on the toilet title. Oh, nice. Mr. Negative straight from the get-go. We also have Angela here, which is pretty strong. I'll be probably... I might play Morph in the 3rd round. I know I said that you shouldn't, but I think I might do it. I might just do that today. So, what are we gonna do? +1 energy this turn. Okay, what can I do with that? Nothing much. I can play Morph. Okay, so let's just go. Let's just drop Morph into mid lane, see what's happening with him. If something's... Okay, so he's just gonna destroy his Nova, just to give him just +1. Great. And oh my god, we drew into death? That is strong. Oh my god, and we're getting Psylocke as well, so we can play Mr. Negative. Oh wait, actually that's stupid, because I wouldn't have needed to do that. I should have played Angela. I'm not quite awake yet. I'm not quite there yet, everybody, so please excuse me. Excusez-moi. That was stupid. Why did I play Psylocke? Oh my god, that was just not smart. Okay, he's gonna do a little bit of a Deadpool play style here. I'm gonna negative this whole business here to see what we're gonna get. Oh my god, we drew Jane Foster. That's not good at all. That is not good. I'm just gonna build a little bit of, you know, heavy damage. If I'm gonna get Arnim Zola, that would be 9. Jane Foster, man. If I had her before, that would have been so much better. He's gonna destroy, probably playing Venom now, I would assume. Yeah, he's gonna play Venom. He's gonna get Destruct. If I get Arnim Zola for free, as a free card, that would be good. Could be, I don't know. Oh, okay. Alright, so let's drop Arnim here. And we're gonna... Okay, this one's gonna go... That's actually not a good idea, right? Because of that, it's gonna go there. Because mid and right lane is already troubled for him anyway, so I might actually not play Arnim at all. Okay, let's do that. And try to buff the other cards. That's... it's not really strong. Not a good... Wait, that's stupid. Okay, let's bring this in here. Let's hope that Arnim is not gonna go for our Devil. I hope that Arnim is gonna go for Ironheart. Risky. Very risky. Risky. Alright. Buff him up. Okay. Arnim is gonna... No! Let's see. Okay, we got death. And we got 4. Okay, we got it! Oh, okay. Okay. I didn't expect that. That's what I mean. This deck is versatile. But I mean, obviously, this is also... That was very lucky. I actually did want that guy to be taken, but I forgot that Arnim Zola actually has 6 power on its own. Forgot. Alright, negative Surfer in the house. Let's see what we can do with this, actually, to be honest. Alright, so reveal effects are twice on reveal. That's pretty good, actually, for the Silver Surfer. So I'm gonna build around the Kamar-Taj, I think. I think I've just decided to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So, I'm gonna bring down after swap locations, blah blah blah. Huh, that's not too good, but I'll drop Angela nonetheless. We got Iron Fist, and he's gonna do something here in a second. He's gonna bump up. Is that a movement deck that we're gonna be playing now? Okay, Mr. Fantastic is gonna go into the mid. He's gonna, right? And he's gonna be boop. Smart, smart, smart. Smarty pants. Oh. Smart. Very smart. But, you know, I still have a few tricks up my sleeves, man. Okay, so, gonna drop Brute. When you play a card here, add a copy to your hand. That's really strong as well. So I'm gonna be building around Silver Surfer with this deck right now. I wanna see if he's gonna do something ongoing, which I don't think. I think there's gonna be Heimdall or something later on, but his Vulture is gonna get really big. I think if he's gonna play a Doctor Strange, I think that's gonna make this card huge, to be honest. Wish I had a Shang-Chi at this point, but oh my god, he is actually playing Doctor Strange. All right. Let's see what else we got here. So, that card is getting huge, my friend. I'm gonna play Sarah, to be honest. Dropping Sarah. Then I'm gonna go with Brood, probably here again. Or a Wolfsbane, I think. I'm gonna go with... I don't know what I'm gonna go with, honestly. But I'm gonna do that. Oh my god, he's gonna give me that. Wait, isn't that unrevealed twice? It's gonna come back to him. So smart, man. So smart. Oh my god. Okay, so I'm not gonna play Mr. Negative here. Wait, what? Just... Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. Final turn. So, Kamatage is gonna go on here. Okay, so... Wolfsbane and Silver Surfer, right? Should win this. Let's go. Let's do it. Kamatage. Literally dropped back on him, man. Because he forgot, probably because of the switching of the... Oh my god, look at that. Wolfsbane is gonna get gigantic. Silver Surfer is gonna drop in twice. Oh, that's hardcore. Let's go. Okay. Oh my god. He's gonna play Vulture, Cloak. I don't know. That's not gonna work, is it? And Nightcrawler. Yeah. That's a funny game. That's a funny game. What happened here, man? Alright. Thank you very much for watching.